Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is InfoHub. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to tell you welcome back. If this is your first time coming across my YouTube channel, I still want to tell you thank you. I bring in information that can help you move abroad to study, work, and even settle. So if these are the kind of informations you like, kindly do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can join the growing family. Also, do not forget to turn on the notification bell so when I release videos like these, you may just be the first to be notified. So it is no surprise that many countries around the world are looking to attract the best brains and the most skilled workers from around the world to support the economy. But the same is true for provinces in Canada. Now, these provinces in Canada are also looking to attract the most skilled workers, the best brains, to boost their own economy. And that is why we have provincial nomination going on around Canada. Today, we're going to talk about one provincial nomination, which is called the New Brunswick Critical Worker Pilot Program. Now, the New Brunswick Critical Worker Pilot Program is a new immigration initiative that aims to attract and retain highly skilled workers in certain priority sectors of the province's economy. Now, the program offers a pathway to permanent residency for eligible foreign workers who are currently employed in New Brunswick. Now, there are eligibility requirements and application procedures, and we're going to talk about all these in this video. But first, let's start with the eligibility requirements. Now, to be eligible for the New Brunswick Critical Worker Pilot Program, you must meet the following criteria. You must be currently employed in New Brunswick by an employer in one of the priority sectors identified by the province. These priority sectors include information technology, that's IT, healthcare, manufacturing, transportation and logistics, hospitality, agriculture, and aquaculture. Now, you must have a valid job offer from your employer that meets the program requirements, including a minimum wage of 22 Canadian dollars per hour and a duration of at least 1 year. So which means you must get a 1-year contract from a company in New Brunswick and they must be ready to pay you 22 Canadian dollars per hour. After that, you must meet the language proficiency requirements in English or French, because English and French are the official language in Canada. Now, your language proficiency depends on your occupation and sector, just to keep that in mind. Then you must have a minimum of a high school diploma or equivalent. Now, if you're watching this from Nigeria, yes, I'm talking about your WAEC certificate. That is, if you have only your WAEC certificate, then you're good to go. Then you must have at least 1 year of work experience in your current occupation. Just 1 year is okay for this one. Just 1 year. So after that, we can now start with the application procedures. Now, the application procedures for the New Brunswick Critical Worker Pilot Program is pretty straightforward and simple. It consists of these following steps. First of all, your employer who have given you this job offer will first of all make his own application. Now, your employer must first submit an application to the provincial government to become designated under the program. This involves demonstrating that they meet the program requirements and agreeing to certain responsibilities, such as providing support and assistance to the worker throughout the immigration process. So they must prove that they can support you, they can assist you throughout the immigration process. Then they can get approved or they can get denied. So once your employer is designated or approved, you can now submit your own application on this program. This involves completing the necessary forms and providing supporting documents. Some of these supporting documents are like your proof of education, your language proficiency, and your work experience. You'll also need to undergo a medical exam and also, just like every other Canadian application, your police certificate or your police clearance. Then after that, you would go on to nomination. Now, if your application is approved, you will receive a nomination from the province, which allows you to apply for permanent residency. You're applying for this permanent residency through the federal government. You will need to provide additional documentation at this stage. Some of these documents include your proof of financial resources, like your proof of funds, and other personal information, which will be provided to you through the nomination. Then after that, you would now need to go to your permanent residency application. Once you receive your nomination, you can apply for permanent residency through the federal government's express entry system. This involves creating an express entry profile, submitting your application, and waiting for a decision from the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, that's IRCC. So you wait for a decision from them. If it's going to be positive, then you can enter Canada as a permanent resident. So overall, the New Brunswick Critical Worker Pilot Program provides an exciting opportunity for skilled workers to build a future, build a career, build a life in one of Canada's most thriving province, most welcoming province, that's New Brunswick. So by meeting these eligibility requirements and by following the application procedures we just talked about, you can really take the first step towards a brighter future in New Brunswick. So these are what we wanted to talk about, and they may seem really overwhelming when you look at it, but you can seek help from a professional body like Heavens Travels and Tours. I will be leaving the link and the email address of Heavens Travels and Tours so that you can send an inquiry to them so you can get this started. They can help you create your express entry profile. They can help you apply for this permanent residency only after you get a job offer. So with that in mind, I would also leave in the description box below the links to 6 employers that can give you a job offer so that you can start this process to New Brunswick, because when you get that job offer, then everything will go smoothly. So with that in mind, I would also like you to share this video with others. Anyone you know meets these requirements, you can share it with them so that they too can start applying for jobs in Canada, and when they do so, they can get this permanent residency. If you find this video helpful, please do well to like this video so YouTube can recommend this video to others, so you can also show your appreciation. Subscribe to this YouTube channel to join the growing family. Turn the notification bell so when I release new videos, you may just be the first to be notified.